Well, hey guys, welcome to my DVD collection video, where I'll be talking about my top 15 favorite films of all time. And originally this was a user requested video where they were like, show us your top 20 favorite films. And to me, 20 was like a little bit too much because after like 10, I was like, well, I don't really have any more, so this was a little hard to do, like a little bit more harder than all the other DVD updates not DVD updates, DVD videos that I do. But this is arranged 15 to 1, which this one will be my 15th film, and then I'll go down to number 1. So the first one I have is Michael Keaton, and this is directed by Tim Burton, and it's Beetlejuice. And to me, Beetlejuice was like, I think one of the first. This is like one of the first DVDs I ever bought when I first got the old TV with the DVD player in it. And to me, this is like a really cool film because it had like so much like surrealism to it. Had so much like surrealism to it and just like fantasy and stuff to it, and I really like all the designs on it and stuff. Now, next one I have is a lot of films that a lot of people I think really like this movie, and this is just the director's cut, which it comes in this stupid little case here where you open it up like this, and it's Spawn. And for those of you who don't know what this is, Spawn is this guy dies and he makes a deal with Satan to go back and see his wife because I haven't watched this in a while, so I really don't remember what it's about. But then he becomes like this demon thing, and that's like pretty much what he is right there, like with this cloak thing and spikes coming out. And then there's like this evil clown who the actor who actually plays the clown does the voice of the sloth from Ice Age. And to me, this was another really good film that I believe that that should have made this list because, again, just like for I want to say 97, it was like really good CGI for 97, and I think like CGI was like brand new back then. Now the next one I have is the high school reunion collection of a John Hughes film, The Breakfast Club, with Molly Ringwald. And, I mean, if you haven't seen The Breakfast Club, I've talked about this a lot in my DVD collection videos and stuff. I think this has almost been in every single one of my DVD collection videos. So if you've never seen The Breakfast Club, definitely check it out. It's a really good film. I really don't need to, describe it or anything what it's about. Now, the next one I just picked because, again, I can watch it over and over again. And plus, I think it has a special place in my heart because I grew up where this was filmed. Most like another film that'll be appearing later. And then Rocky. I mean, me and Cam live. Like, we could ride the train to where Rocky jumped this freaking park bench and ate his hoagies at. So, I mean, this really just, I think I just chose it because it has a place in my heart. And I grew up where it was filmed. Now, next one I have is the 10th anniversary edition and another Tim Burton film, Edward Scissorhands. And I stand corrected when I say Beetlejuice was one of the first DVDs I ever bought. I think this was actually the first ever DVD I've ever bought. It was either this, Beetlejuice, or Rayman, or Alien vs. Predator. I forget. I'll have to track it down sometime, and I'll make a DVD video just like that. But again, Edward Scissorhands. If you absolutely never have seen it before, this is really good. But pretty much, Johnny Depp was being made by I forget what his name is, Vincent Price. He was being made by Vincent Price, but he never was able to finish him because he died before he was able to give Edward actual hands. And it really like freaked the shit out of me when I was like, I think I watched that movie when I was like 11 or 10, and it really scared me because some of the parts in that are just a little freaky. But I can't believe I was just talking about this and now it's in here. It's a special edition version of Rayman. And Rayman is pretty much about Tom Cruise has a brother, Raymond, who is mentally challenged. And it's like his father dies, and Raymond is I forget what that's called. He has like all his father's money. All the money went to Raymond. And Tom Cruise is like pissed off because he doesn't understand why his mentally challenged brother, who he's never seen in like 20 years, gets all this money. And then he kidnaps. He doesn't kidnap Raymond. He just like takes him and he's like holding him for ransom. He does kidnap him, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. He like kidnaps him, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm not give him back until you give me money." But then in the end, he's like, "Well, this is my brother." So, and next one I have is an Adam Sandler film or a Happy Madison production of Happy Gilmore. And I think this is another one that I've always talked about in all my DVD collection videos. That Happy Gilmore is one of the best films of all time, and I stand by that 110%. I think this is the only reason why I ever bought a Boston Bruins jersey, just so I could go hit a bucket of golf balls up at local golf course with Cam. And I mean, Adam Sandler's pretty much like Adam Sandler's grandmother is losing his house, losing her house, and then Adam Sandler wants to be a hockey player, but he sucks at hockey, so he's really gonna go nowhere. And the next one I have is Kiss the Rules Goodbye in Detroit Rock City. Detroit Rock City, I mean, the first time I ever saw this movie, I was like, this is really good. And I actually just watched this, I think, a couple of weeks ago when I got home from school. Because sometimes I come home from school and I'm in a real, like a piece of shat mood. And I just come home and I watch a movie or something. And I remember I watched this movie and it really cheered me up. And what happens is there's these 4 friends and they're huge, gigantic Kiss fans. Kind of gets a little annoying, like in the movie. But what I thought was really funny is they draw this whole like thing here. And if you look, you can see the members of Kiss. Like right, where is it? Right there is Gene Simmons. And I think, like if you look closely, you can see Paul Stanley and stuff, and right there. But I think that's really cool. And what it is there's these 4 huge, like just huge, fanatic Kiss fans. They're part of the Kiss Army. I'm cool. Sorry if I offend anybody. But, and then the guy wins tickets, and they go to Detroit, and, yeah, it's just a messed up movie. Next one I have, I don't think I could have left this out because it's one of my favorite films of all time. And I think MJ from Cool Duder, I think me and him could get into a battle on how big of a Ghostbuster fans we are. Because Ghostbusters is one of the best movies of all time. From the special effects, and then like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and Slimer, and Gozer and stuff. The best movie of all time. And like I said, MJ can debate with me on how big of Ghostbusters fans we are, because I love this movie to the brink. If I was trapped on Desert Island, and I didn't have any food or water, I'm bringing Ghostbusters on DVD with me. So, I don't even have a DVD player on the island. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Now, the next one I have is the 10th anniversary extended edition of They're Not Here to Shop, They're Not Here to Work, They're Just Here. Mallrats. And I think this was the least grossing film that Kevin Smith has ever made. I think it cost $6 million to make, and I think they only made $2 or $4 million of it back. But this is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I can't help but go to the mall and sometimes just like stand up against the corner and be like, I'm in the mall, hell yeah. Or, you know, do a little Silent Bob dance or something. And I think the back of it's hilarious. Because I remember for Halloween, me and Cam were going to be Jay and Silent Bob one year. But then Halloween got canceled. Well, it didn't get canceled, it just got rained out, and then we could never do it. But it's pretty much, it just follows friends going around the mall and having a crazy, you know, messed up time around the mall and stuff. Which is kind of like my life story. Now, next one I have is Ellen Page and Michael Cera, and I've talked about this a lot as well. And it's Juno. Juno, again, is one of the best movies. And I don't know, it just, if anybody out there has the same thing as me, it has this kind of like campy feeling to it. Like, you would love to see this happen in real life. You would love to see a guy like Michael Cera and Juno hook up, but be in the same high school and just kind of be like, this is weird, or something like that. If anybody's ever seen the film, The Sasquatch Gang, I know it's on demand right now, so definitely check it out. The Sasquatch Gang, I'll post a trailer to it below. And the Sasquatch Gang is like really weird. I won't explain Juno because everybody knows what Juno is. But the Sasquatch Gang, I'm definitely going to get that on DVD very soon. It's pretty much just follows these kids, and they love Sasquatch, and they make a film about it and stuff like that. Just check out the trailer, and when I get the DVD, I'll definitely let you guys know. Next one I have is, again, Clerks, Kevin Smith. Clerks is just follows people that work in a convenience store for pretty much of it. Like, if anybody ever comes out, you say, "What's Clerks?" People working in a convenience store. But to me, Clerks has just a, I think just kind of like a feel to it that like no other movie can really give me sometimes. And I don't know. I just think Clerks is one of the best films of all time. I really do. And I love that movie. And the next one I have is me and Cam did a whole vlog about this, about us going to a festival and seeing this. And what I have is the Blob. That's right. This is the Blob on VHS. And I love how I don't even own a VHS player anymore. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting to get it on DVD. But for some reason, I don't put this by the TV anymore, and I don't put it over by the DVDs anymore. I put it like right up against my dresser where all the other DVDs are. And to me, the Blob just has a very funny feeling. Not a funny feeling, just a very interesting feeling. Because again, it was filmed. I live right by the diner. I could walk to the diner. Sometime me and Cam will do a walking around vlog. We'll just walk around the town. And we'll show you the diner when we go there. And Reading, it was filmed in Reading. And just, I don't know, something about a big jello thing running around a town, eating people, and then eating a diner is just one of my favorite films of all time. Plus, it has that like really cheesy, the real cheesy feeling to it. And I love movies like that. Now, the next one I have is a Rob Zombie film. Of course, House of a Thousand Corpses. I could not leave this out of my top 15 favorite films. But pretty much, if just by looking at the back of it with all the back, you know it's going to be a good film. And then the cover of it, and then you open it up, and stuff like that. Just a great goddamn film. I love this. I love this film. Just a bunch of psychopaths killing people. It's awesome. And I love it. Now the next one I have, this is my second to last one. And this is Pee-wee's Big Adventure with Pee Wee Herman. I wasn't around to watch Pee Wee Herman. My mom was, though. But back in like 2008, 2009, for about, I want to say, like 6 months on Adult Swim, they did Pee-wee's Playhouse. I remember one night I got so excited to watch it. I just sat there and I watched it. My mom came in and she was like, "What'd you think?" I think this was like I was 13 or 12. And she's like, "What'd you think of Pee-wee?" And I was like, "He make a movie?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then I watched it. And I think from then on, I love Pee-wee. I love Pee-wee now. And what this is part of Pee-wee's Christmas special. And then you can also watch Big Top Pee-wee, which wasn't as good. But this is pretty much just Pee-wee's bike gets stolen, and he gets pissed off about it. And then there's Francis in there and stuff like that. Now, my top film of all time. You're probably wondering, Brett, what is it? Clerks was your favorite film. No, House of a Thousand Corpses was your favorite film. Pee-wee's Playhouse was your biggest film. The Blob. Well, my number one film of all time is The Big Lebowski. It's just something about this movie. Me and Cam watched this when we were coming home from Pittsburgh. And Cam watched this with me. And I remember at the very end of this, Cam was like, "That was a good movie." And I was like, "Told you." And I love The Big Lebowski. Something about bowling, the dude, John Goodman, and I forget what his name is. Donnie, who is played by Steve Buscemi, who was in, I believe, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou with George Clooney. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But The Big Lebowski, to me, just has that certain feeling to it where I could watch that film again and again and again, and I do. It's sad, but I do. So I hope you like this list of my top 15 favorite films, and maybe you could do a film. Maybe you could do a video of your top 15 favorite films. And I'll be posting another DVD collection video very soon of my top animated films, which is requested by Apolistic Moonanite. I forget how to say your name. I'm sorry. But that will be up very soon. And I hope you like this. And I hope to see you again very soon. So, see you.